Okay. So we have seen all these things, right? So then next we'll see how to work with the persistent cookies. So here persistent cookies are nothing but the cookies which are stored. Okay. So permanently that you can call it as persistent cookies. So these are about persistent cookies. So what are these persistent cookies is, right? So here the cookies are two types here. One is non-persistent cookies and one more is what here? Persistent cookies. So here cookies are two types. So one is a non-persistent cookies and second one is a persistent cookies. The cookies are two types. One is a non-persistent and one more is a persistent. So non-persistent cookies, okay, non-persistent cookies are exist. So until browser is open, so once the browser is closed, these cookies get deleted. Okay, non-persistent cookies are exist until browser is open. And so once the browser is closed, what will happen? These cookies get what here? Deleted. So then when it comes to the persistent cookies, so persistent cookies are stored. Okay, persistent cookies are stored within client machine or hard disk. And these cookies, okay, these cookies are exist even after closing what here? Browser. So persistent cookies are stored within client machine. Persistent cookies are stored within client machine or hard disk. And these cookies exist even after closing the browser, right? So in order to create, so what are the basic steps for creating, okay, persistent cookies? Okay, same thing. So what you're doing is you're trying to create a cookie with a key and value. So first step is you have to create which object here? A response object. You have to create a response object. And the response object is having a method called set cookie. So response object is having a method called what here? Set cookie. What is the name of the method here? Set cookie is a method name. So creating response object, create response object first. Create a response object, and response object is having a method called set cookie. Now using this method set cookie, you can create a cookie. But how you are creating a cookie? By using response dot, you'll say response dot set cookie. Now previously we used to give only key and what is that? Value. But you can give key and value, and you can also give what here? Maximum age. You can give the maximum age, and you can also give what? R maximum age, or you can also give what? Expiry. You can give the maximum age, or you can give what here? Expiry. You can give the keyword argument, and what is the name of that keyword argument is expiry. You can use this also, right? So key or value or maximum age or what here? Expiry, right? So persistent cookies. Okay, time is defined. Time is defined using two keyword arguments. Using two keyword arguments. And what is a keyword argument is maximum age. The first one is called maximum age. So there is a keyword argument called max age. So there is a max age. And second one is expiry. So can use any one of this. You cannot use both. You use only one. That is either maximum age or you use what here? Expiry. So maximum age is defined in seconds. Maximum age is defined in what here? Seconds. Maximum age is defined using seconds. And expiry, okay, expiry is defined as a date. Okay, date object. You define the expiry as which object here? Date object. So you can define either as a maximum age or you define it as what here? Expiry. Anything you can define. Maximum age or what is that? Expiry. Okay, two things will be there. One is maximum age and one more is a expiry. But maximum age is defined in what? Seconds. And expiry is defined as a which object? A date object. So anything you can define. Now first step is you have to create a response object. And after creating a response object is having a method called set cookie, by using which you create a cookie. And you have a set cookie method with key and value, and with the two keyword arguments. One is the maximum age and one more is what? Expiry. Okay, right now one is the maximum age and second one is the expiry. And here persistent cookies, time is defined using two keyword arguments. One is the maximum age and one more is the expiry. So maximum age is defined in seconds and expiry is defined as which object? Date object. And where this persistent cookies are stored, where the persistent cookies are stored, persistent cookies are stored in hard disk. Okay, persistent cookies are stored in the hard disk in specific location. What is that location? Is suppose users, if it is a Windows, right, it is stored in users app data. Okay, users will have app data. Your browser, what is a browser? Assume that if your browser is a Chrome, you have a Chrome, and then you have a data, and in this you find which one? Cookies. Now this is the location where exactly persistent cookies are get stored. So the location where the persistent cookies are stored is, this is a location, right? And see, the user is having an option to enable or disable what? Cookies. Browser is having an option to enable or disable what? Cookies. Browser is having an option to enable or disable cookies. Now you just go to the browser settings, right? In the browser settings, you have a privacy and security. And privacy and security, you can see, so there is a third-party cookies. If you click on this, now here you have a different options. Different options. Allow third-party cookies. So sites can use third-party cookies to personalize content and what is that? Ads. Now if you click on this block third-party cookies, then the cookies are not allowed to store it. So if the cookies are not stored, okay, the cookies are not maintained or the user state is not maintained, your application will not work properly. Because of that, when you open certain websites, it will give you the message whether you want to enable or disable what cookies or add or enable all the cookies. Okay, configure cookies like that, you'll get one message. So browser is having an option to enable or disable what cookies, allow third party cookies and block third party cookies. If I say block third party cookies, it will not allow to add any cookie in my system. If the cookies doesn't stored in my system, is it your website will work properly or not work properly? Not work properly. So that's the reason certain websites it allows you to okay enable cookies. It allows to enable what here cookies, right? Now you can see these are the cookies belongs to different websites, and all these cookies websites are stored in your browser. You can see here all these are cookies here, different websites you have a different okay number of cookies. Now you can see this, all these cookies are stored, okay, right? And browser is having an option to delete the cookies. Now if you want to delete the cookies, you can also delete the cookies. So how can I delete the cookies? Now you can just select delete browsing data. If I say delete browsing data, it will delete what history, and it will delete the cookies. It will delete the cache, and it will delete all the things which are there in what browser. Because cookies are stored within client machine or cookies are stored within the browser. So you have an option to enable or disable cookies, or you have an option to delete what cookies which are available in what browser. Getting on because it is maintained in the. That's the reason you never maintain the secured data by using which one cookies. If the data is secured, you don't store in cookies. You store in the server side, but not at the client side. It is stored at the server side, but it is not stored at what client side. Store at server side, but not at the client side. Okay, right? So persistent cookies time is defined using two keyword arguments. One is the maximum age, and one more is what expiring. So let us talk about this with the example. After closing the browser, even will try to get the information about that particular. Yes. Now just so here I'm creating a project. So here I'm creating another project here, right? So Django admin and start a project. And here I'm writing cookies project, some two, right? So after creating a project, so within the project, so you create an application, Python manage.py. Okay, start application, application one. So I created project, and within the project, created application. Just open the folder here. So what I want to develop is, yes, what I want to develop is, So here I'm trying to input username. So here I'm trying to input what here? Username. You're trying to input username here. So there is a username. Okay. And after giving username, so after giving username, I send a request. So by just clicking on which button? Submit button. So once you click on the submit button, now this request is sent to the view. This request is sent to what here? View. And what this view is doing is it is reading this username and it is storing this user details. I mean username. It is storing this username within the browser. It is storing this username within the browser. It is storing this username within the browser. Okay. Or I'll take like this. Now here you have a two links. Okay, two links I'll take here. One is new user and second one is what? Existing user. So how many links are there here? Two links. One is a new user and one more is what? Existing user. Okay. Suppose if you click on new user, now this request is sent to the view and this view will generate one template or response. So where you enter username, and after giving username, you click on submit. After giving username, you click on submit. Now once you click on submit, now this request is sent to another view. And this view, okay, this view will generate a response. What is that response is? So just give hello. Okay, just give hello username. It will give hello username. See here. Then after that, you close the browser and open this again. Now already he created a cookie and that cookie is stored. That cookie is stored in what here? Browser. That cookie is stored in the client machine because you are creating which cookie? Persistent cookie. You are creating which cookie? Persistent cookie. It means this user details are stored in the client machine or not? Yes. Now next time when I click on existing user, when I click on what here? Existing user, then I should read the details of that user. I should read whose details? User details. But where are the user details in? Client machine. Because you are storing the user details within the client machine, right? So you are reading the details and then you are displaying again hello and what is that? Username. So very simple. Now the request is sent to two views here. Now there are two views are there. One is a new user. This is a view called new user. And there is another view which is called as existing user. Two views are there here. One is new user and one more is what? Existing user. You understood what I'm doing it? Okay, right? So we are trying to store whose details? User details. Where we are storing user details? In the client machine in the form of what? Cookies. We're storing the client details in the client machine in the form of what? Cookies. Then when you click on existing user, then you should read the details of what? Existing user, which is already saved in your client machine, right? Yes. So this is the application here. So first what I'm doing is, yes. Then here I'm trying to create a, first I'm creating a template. So create the templates folder here. So there is a templates folder and try to define. So install the application and your application is application one. Install the application and install, define the template path. So where I said templates, so base directory, okay, slash, and you are saying here what templates. So this is defining the template path. And within this, I'm creating one template. And what is the template is some home.html. I created one template and that template is home.html. And here I'm creating two links. I'm creating two links here. That is A. So this is one link. And this link is new user. And there is one more link. Okay, now this is another link. And this link is what here? Existing user. So two links are there. One is a new user and one more is what? Existing user. Then after that, I'm creating a view to display this home. So here I'm writing a view. And what is the name of the view? Home. And this will return. So response equal to render. So request comma home.html. And here I'm not sending any context data. And return. And what you are returning here? Response. Okay, return the response, right? Now just go to the urls.py and define the path here. So I just given the path as empty. So from application one dot views, now I'm importing all. And what is the name of the view here? Home. The name of the view is home. And name I'm giving it as what? Home. Okay, right? Yes. Now after that, I just wanted to test it. Okay, view terminal. And then run the server here. Run the server. Okay, run the server here. Now open the browser. I'm using a Chrome here. So you can see two hyperlinks are there. One is new user and one more is what? Existing user. So once you click on new user, then it should ask to enter what? Username. Okay, new user, then it should ask to enter what? Username. Now here I'm creating a template. Here I'm creating a template that is users.html. So this is one template. And where I'm saying table, so I'm creating directly here, border one. And here you have a form. As a form action, you're sending a request to one view. And you're sending a request by using which method? Post method. You are sending a request using which method? Post method. And here you are trying to input username. So this is a username. And there is a table data. And input type equal to text and name equal to user. And there is a table row. and input type equal to submit, input type equal to submit, and value equal to what here? Submit. Now, once you click on this, you should send a request. Once you click on this, I should send a request to one view. And what is that view is? Some new user. So you should send the request to one view. And what is the name of the view is? New user. And you are sending a request by using which method? Post method. Okay, right? You're sending the request by using which method? Post method. Okay. So, okay. Now we should write one view to display this new user. So here, so this is users. So displaying users template. So response equal to render request to comma users dot html. Okay, now we have to send a request. You have to give CS or if what here token, because the request method is what here post. So request method is a post, right? So we added here CSRF token, right? So users.html, and you are giving a context and return. So what do you return here? Response. What do you return here? Response. Okay. Okay. Now this is what you are trying to do it. So after that, now in views.py, I'm creating one view called a new user. I'm creating one view called which one? New user. So here I send a request. Now you are reading the user name by saying request dot post dot get. What is the value you are reading here? Name. You are reading the name, then this name, you are reading the name and you are creating a response here. So from Django dot HTTP and import HTTP response. Now here I'm creating a response. Here I'm creating a response by saying HTTP response. Okay, I'm creating HTTP response with one message. What is the message is? Some H2, some hello, I concatenate in name. So I try to concatenate what here? Name. Now this is generating one dynamic page with a message. What is the message it display? Name. And after that you are writing response dot. Okay, what is that? Set cookie. Response dot set cookie. Set cookie, underscore or no underscore? Underscore. Cookie is having a key and value. Now we can give the key. So there is a key. And what is the key is name. And what is the value is value is a name. And you try to define max age. You try to define the max age, maximum age. You're trying to define the maximum age. But here maximum age is defined in what? Seconds. I want to define the maximum age is 7 days. 7 days, right? 7 days means 7 into what? 24 into 60 into what? 60. So what is the maximum age is here? 7 days. So lifetime of this cookie is how many days here? 7 days. But this time maximum age is given in what? Time. I mean seconds. Maximum age is given in what? Seconds. Now 60 seconds. Here, how many seconds? 60 seconds into 60 into 24 into what? 7. Means total how many days? 7 days. Okay. And after that, I'm saying return. So what I written here? Response. I return the response. Yeah, you can skip it. No problem. Yeah, you can skip. No problem. Instead of saying response is blank, you can skip that. Okay. Okay, right? Now return response. So what this response contain? Hello name. But instead of that, if you want to redirect to which one? Home, you can redirect to the home. So hello, this name, and here you can put one hyperlink. So what you can do is you can add one hyperlink here. So I'm writing in multi-line otherwise. So this is the output. So I'm writing in multi-line. So I take one format string. So I'm writing here hello and you are inserting a name. And after inserting a name, okay, hello, you are saying insert the name. And after inserting a name, see here, I'm creating one dynamic page. I'm creating one dynamic page here, H2 and ahref. You are sending a request to the view. And what is that view is slash. And what is the name of this here? Home. And here I'm displaying home and close the hyperlink and close the header 2. Now this is not one line, this is multi-line. This is not one line, this is multi-line and created or generated output. But how it is generated output? By using HTTP response. By using HTTP response. HTTP response. Yeah, you can also give the date. I said no, you can give any one. You can give in date format or you can give in time format. You can give in date format. You can give in what? Time format. Any format you can select. You can give either in date format or you can give either in which format? Time format, right? Okay, now return the response. Now after that, you have to define the URL. So URLs for this both the views and there is a path. And what is the path is? So there are two views out there. One is users. So I'm writing here users. And what is the name of the view is? Users. And here I'm giving a name also what here? Users. And next I'm giving a path. And what is the path is? New users. So there is a new user. Okay, new user. And what is the name of the view? New user. And even I'm giving a name called a new user.